Welcome friends. In the last video, we have seen like how we can add a response DTO to our APIs so that will send proper response back to the user. So in this video, we are going to add some complexity into our APIs. Like here, if we see employee response DTO. So what if there will be employee department will be there, employee address will be there, and that we can use in this DTO inside a DTO how we can use this, that we are going to see, and we are going to address as well as how we can configure this table structure. So here you see I have created this queries which is one is address, then department table is there, and for employee this is foreign reference will be there, address ID, and for the employee department we are taking foreign reference as a department ID and foreign key as the employee ID. So I will implement this code. First I will create some DTOs. Here in response DTO I will create two more DTOs, and in employee details I will create entity details. I will create entity as well address entity. So stay with me. I will update this code, and we will see the further results. Here, if we see, I have created this department entity, and one address entity will be there. Let's understand first these entities. Inside the employee entity, I have a one-to-one mapping, which is for department as well as just a second, it is loading. One-to-one mapping for the address ID in the address column. Reference column is ID in address table. So this is our one-to-one mapping. So this is very important for while we developing complex requirement like this. We need to use this many to many or one-to-one based on our, suppose like our employee has one-to-one address, so we use one-to-one. So many to many, why we use this many to many? One employee can have many employee can have many departments, and many department can have many employees. So therefore we use many to many annotation over here. Name for join table is employee department, and join column we are using employee ID in the employee table, and inverse join column we are using department ID in the department table. So here we have taken list of departments. So here if we see, whenever our requirement is list, in that case only we can go with many to many. If it is department only, then we won't go with many to many. Then response, let's understand department. In department I have map by departments, and which is employee. So employee have mapped with departments, and I have generator, getter, setter, constructor, no argument constructor for all this entity. Without this, our application won't run. So remember, getter, setter, argument constructor, no argument constructor. This is mandatory. Then we need to mention here table as well. But first we will run our application, then we will see. Here address table I have created, in which I have taken ID, street, city, state, zip code, and I have taken no argument constructor, getter and setter. And here inside you can see response DTO. I have created this DTO, address DTO, which we will send back to the user. Then department DTO, and then employee DTO. This we are using. So this let's understand here our JSON structure. So JSON structure will be like this. First name, this is for and then this is for department, and this is address entity we are using. Let's run our code first. We will see what if it runs or not. And I will show once you the database query. I think I show you previously. So we will create this. Let's run these queries. So here table create table address is created, or more table it should show department. We will refresh our database table. This is the refresh our tables. My database is, let's see, next department is created, employee is created, address is created. So this table is created. Here if we see department, table employees will execute all. Address is already existed same. Let's execute this employee department. Reference table. First we need to create employee department. First we need to create employees. Then we can create that. First create employee. We have here a syntax check that and correspond. So where is the error here? Okay, employees now created. Then we need to create join department table, employee department. So first we need to create department here. Create department. Okay, now it is created. And we need to create now this employee department. Okay, now all three table is created. Let's run our application. We will see if any error is there. Here we see our application is started. We will hit this endpoint and we will see what happens. Let's send this request. So we got the 200 messages. ID, name, role is null, it is showing. Let's check where is the issue. Means our request is okay, but we not get proper response here. Let's check what is the issue in this. Here if we see record is created in our database table, employee is created. So select employee, locations. This record we have said address ID is one, location, and next we will see address table. I just didn't get a proper message. This is the response we have sent from our end user. So here we need to retrieve proper message or need to send proper message. So let's check where we are missing in our code. We need to go inside controller and we need to check this create, and I will explain this. I have mapped this here employee response. I have taken employee response that we have converted and we are sending that back to the end users. So let's understand this. So what here we are doing, get all employees, then we are getting this create response. Let's response DTO. So this is response DTO. It is not getting converted. Map to response. This response is not getting mapped. Let me check this. What happened here? Here we are not returning anything. That's why we are showing that as empty. But this record is created in our table. Let's get this record by ID. We will fetch this by ID. Let's get go into this get employee by ID, and we will hit this ID. Let's see what is the ID of our employee here. Select on this, and we will see ID is 1, and we will try to fill this record. So here we got record as a null. Let's check why it is happening. Here is our get employee by ID, which is we are passing ID, and it is get employee by ID, which table it is written as employee. So we have not mentioned here table name. Annotate it with @table, and name equal to employee. Let's rerun this again. Here our application is started. We will hit this again, and we will see if we found that still we are not getting the record. I will try to hit this get all employees. We will see. Here also we are getting null, null. Let me check what happens here first. Here we have not defined this earlier, this entity, and that's why we are getting that problem. Here just we use roll number and the name of the employee. That's why we are getting that these three field only. If you have seen previous video in which we have only declared this field ID, name, and roll number. So we have modified this code as a first name, last name, email. So this we need to provide as well. So I have run this application. Let's hit it again, and we will see. So here if we see, we are able to get the details of that employee based on our entity structure. So how we configure this? First, the our employee details, inside that address, and inside that departments, and we have configured our database table accordingly. So I will share this database script into our Telegram group as well, guys. Join there, and I want to clear few things here as well. First, we need to let's just second. Okay, these details I will share there, and here if you see, we have converted this employee to response DTO inside our employee service INPL. No, not here in controller. So we have map to response DTO. Here we map this employee object to response, and then we are sending that back to the our end users. And similarly, we can create this as a here basic. We can get this inside this department DTO and address DTO. We can get inside this. So we have written that as well. And list department we have added inside this. That's why this JSON structure we are giving proper response back to us. If you don't mention this like this, it will not return this response as it is. So like this, we can build a complex JSON structure. That's all I wanted to show from this video, guys. Yeah. Subscribe to the channel. Next video, I will come with some advanced topics. Thanks for watching this video.